Hello everyone, so this is the third video of this line-wise explanation series of the chapter named birth. So from the video number 2 we came to know about the critical condition of the patient as well as the baby which is lifeless, but the doctor somehow saved the mother and now he is turning his entire attention to the baby. So he is asking about the baby, so I am reading from that part. Where is the child? The midwife made a frightened gesture. She had placed it beneath the bed. In a flash, Andrew knelt down. Fishing amongst the sordid newspapers below the bed, he pulled out the child. A boy, perfectly formed, the limp, warm body was white and soft as tallow. So, physically everything is okay, right? Tallow means, you can see in the footnote, the hard fat of animals melted and used to make soap. The cord hastily slashed lay like a broken stem. The skin was of a lovely texture, smooth and tender. The head lolled on the thin neck. The limbs seemed boneless. So, everything is okay, but the limbs, mean the hands and the legs, it seemed to him that there are no bones because it is completely lifeless, completely like a dead body. Okay. So, what he is going to face? Let us see. Page 68. Still kneeling, Andrew stared at the child with a haggard frown, with a different expression. He is thinking what to do with this. The whiteness meant only one thing: asphyxia pallida, and his mind, unnaturally tense, raced back to a case he once had seen in the Samaritan to the treatment that had been used. So now, after having a critical look on that baby, he is thinking about his own experience about a particular case which is having this kind of similarity. Instantly he was on his feet. Now he is getting confidence that I got a way. I have to save this baby. So what to do? Get me hot water and cold water. He threw out to the nurse, and basins too. Quick, quick. So now he is just giving the instruction that I need hot water and cold water and basins also. Please, quickly. But doctor, she faltered, her eyes on the pallid body of the child. Quick, quick, he shouted. Snatching a blanket, he laid the child upon it and began the special method of respiration. The basins arrived, the ewer, the big iron kettle. Ewer means large jug. Okay, the big iron kettle. Frantically, he splashed cold water into one basin, into the other he mixed water as hot as his hand could bear. So, he is mixing the waters and he is using these different techniques. Then, like some crazy juggler, he hurried the child between the two, now plunging it into the icy, now into the steaming bath. So, one time he is plunging the baby into this ice water, means this cold water, another time into that steaming bath. 15 minutes passed. Sweat was running into Andrew's eyes, blinding him, so he is sweating. One of his sleeves hung down, dripping. His breath came pantingly, but no breath came from the lax body of the child. So he is now tired, the doctor, and he is out of breath because of this system that he is giving. But no breath came from the lax body of the child, but the baby is still lifeless. A desperate sense of defeat pressed on him, a raging hopelessness. He felt the midwife watching him in a stark consternation. Consternation means feeling of anxiety. Okay, and that woman is looking at him with a different note, that what this man is doing. She is also tensed. She is seeing something which she has never seen before. This kind of technique, hot water, cold water, okay, and this kind of pressing, the CPR that he is giving with the blanket and all these things. She is confused. He felt the midwife watching him in stark consternation, while there, pressed back against the wall from she had all the time remained, her hand pressed to her throat. Uttering no sound, her eyes burning upon him, was the old woman. He remembered her longing for a grandchild, as great as had been her daughter's longing for his child. And now the old woman is thinking about that, about the grandchild, means the child that is about to that is already delivered, and they are thinking about this. all dashed away now, futile, beyond remedy. And they had a dream, they were taking care of this baby since the lady was pregnant, but now everything is futile, beyond remedy. There is no way to rescue the boy, to rescue the baby from this death. The floor was now a draggled mess. Stumbling over a soaping towel, Andrew almost dropped the child, which was now wet and slippery in his hands like a strange white fish. So, he is about to drop the child because it is becoming so slippery in his hand. For mercy's sake, doctor, whimpered the midwife, it's stillborn. Andrew didn't heed her. Beaten, despairing, having labored in vain for half an hour, 30 minutes, he still persisted in one last effort. So, whatever he is doing his best and he is giving the last try. Rubbing the child with a rough towel, crushing and releasing the little chest with both his hands, trying to get breath into that limp body. So, he is doing all these activities. He is rubbing the child with the towel, crushing, releasing the little chest, pressing it. Somehow, he is trying his best to get breath from that body which is senseless. Okay. So, let us stop here and we will see from page 69 that whether the child ultimately responded or not. So, what we come to know in this part 3, this is the doctor ultimately is asking about the child, he got the child, the baby, and now he is thinking about a case which is having this kind of similarity, this kind of things he has also faced. Then the hot water and the cold water treatment, the towel and pressing, everything, the different kind of thoughts that he is having, as well as the midwife who is watching the doctor with a feeling of anxiety that what this man is doing, I do not know. Okay. So, now ultimately he is giving the last try, Now, whether this last try will work or not, we will see in the video number 4. Clear? Thank you.